The Hallowed Grounds, brought to you by Siegfried and Jensen.
Welcome into the Hallowed Grounds. We're at the Ogden Golf and Country Club. We appreciate them greatly. We're on the par 4 10th here, beautiful hole. As you can see behind us, Ben Anderson, our guest, KSL Sports' very own. Find him on Twitter at Ben's Hoops. Ben, this is how this game normally works. Unfortunately, because you were hired full-time by the company that's producing this, you are ineligible to win these prizes. Oh. But if this was like, I don't know, 2 months earlier, you could have done so. This is the Bushnell XE, valued at over $500. Last year's model. We're going to get this shoes in just a matter of time. And then, of course, you went to golf, giving away $100 in gift cards. We would normally play this hole. Winner of this hole would go on to the next hole. If you win the next hole, that's how you'd find this guy. Unfortunately, you're not up for the challenge, but we got good conversation and hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let's play some golf. That'll play.
I'll take it.
Yep. You own a podcast at KSL titled Jazz Notes. People click subscribe. What can they expect to hear from you?
Yeah, we generally like to turn out about 2 podcasts a week, talking about the latest with the Utah Jazz. We'll sit down with some of the other Utah Jazz insiders around the market and try and get you the latest information you need to know if you're a diehard Jazz fan.
The good news is Rudy and Donovan cleared now, right?
Yeah, they've been cleared. They had it and are cleared. No one else on the Jazz has had it, at least that they've made public. So those guys are free to go about their business, and hopefully we can get the league back and run it soon.
Oh, that's one way to do it, Ben. It's could be a long day. I just love the smell of fresh cut grass. Like, you know, in my second life, I hope to be a cow. You were known as like this radio personality, right? And then you end up at KSL Sports that technically doesn't own a radio station. What possessed you to join us?
Happy to cover the Jazz, happy to have an opportunity to do it and write a little bit about the Jazz. I was actually an English major, so writing's probably more my background than doing radio necessarily. But yeah, I always enjoyed covering the Jazz. Been doing it for almost 10 years now, which is crazy. It's when I got my first internship with the team. So having a chance to actually use my degree and something I've always been interested in, it's been a nice combo. Tom, do you think there's something to the swing sport as far as you were a kicker and there was swinging through and that matches with your ability to swing a golf club?
I think there's something to it, more so field goal kicking than punting. For me, it's an addiction because the art of punting is so technical. And believe it or not, you know, if you're off 1 inch here or there, it will matter with the trajectory and the way your ball moves in the air. Similar to a golf swing, if your golf swing's not pure and consistent, you're going to be all over the shop. But just hit it over my golf cart, okay?
This might kill you.
Just hit it over my golf cart. You'll be fine. It's about 100 yards.
Oh, this is the dumbest thing we've done.
Hey, there you go.
So if you want a pro tip, put someone's life in your hands and make sure you have to hit the ball over them, because you'll pay a little bit more attention to make sure you don't put anybody in the hospital.
Oh, there you go. Want a time limit?
I got 2 holes worth of golf in between the tee and the pin, so I think you're right. I think we're all right.
You think we're okay? Ben wasn't able to win anything, but we appreciate you guys watching. To Bob and Ogden and all our sponsors, we say so long, goodbye until next week. Don't do anything we wouldn't do. Okay, this week's pro tip of the week, we've got Bob Wallace from the Ogden Golf and Country Club, head pro up here. He's the big dog on campus. We're going to work on the hands and the arm, well, more so the arms and the body working together, right?
Correct. It's a good little drill, a good little tip for people to use. A lot of people call these tees. These are cheap training aids, something that you can use to help groove your swing. What we're going to have Tom do is we're going to have him put one of these under each armpit.
Okay.
And what he's going to do is he's going to swing and try to keep these underneath his arms. The idea of this is to keep your arms and your body connected. This will allow him to turn his body back and through.
So this
isn't a swing.
This isn't going to feel natural.
No,
okay,
no,
good.
Should not feel.
Okay, all right.
Good, and you'll notice good turn through the shot, good contact, something that you can do that's easy, that's cheap, help you groove that swing.
And I think it's pretty self-explanatory, right? If you put the tees under your armpits and you make the swing and one of the tees or both of the tees fall out, it just tells you that you're not as compact as you probably need to be.
Need to stay more connected, as they would say.
Bob, you're the man. Thanks for having us. That's your pro tip of the week.
Hi, I'm Steve Williams. I'm with Cleveland Golf Strixon. I've been the rep here for about 12 years. We make a wedge for everybody. We make a wedge like you're used to seeing, a blade wedge, which we'll see used on tour and such. I mean, really probably the best wedge in the game in my opinion.